It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
La tacos.
I thought you were gonna leave me hanging there just singing "It's Raining Tacos" on my own.
No, it's because I was trying to think of the best way to be musical.
It's raining tacos. What?
Taco or not taco? That is the question.
Man, that is very operatic.
Thank you.
Which is a great transition into this week's episode. By the way, Nick, welcome to another episode.
Woo!
Why am I welcoming you? I should be welcoming our audience.
Yeah, you can welcome me. That's fine.
All right.
I am the audience proxy in this situation.
You mean the audience surrogate?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Proxy means something completely different, doesn't it?
The audience proxy. Yeah. So, this week we are going to be diving into something that I know a lot about.
Let's go fly a kite.
Yes. So, before we do, though, I forgot to mention last episode that I had switched over to the dark side. And instead of reading the stuff off my phone, my iPhone, I'm going to be reading off of my Galaxy Z Fold 7.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah. You can hate me all you want, Nick, but that's kind of sus of you. Anyway.
Yes, he's gone over to the green bubbly side.
Yes, the green bubble side. So if you want to text me, right, my phone number. No, I'm just kidding.
Page me, beat me if you want to reach me.
No, it's call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
That one too.
That's the correct lyric, though.
Is it though?
Yeah. And it's important that you know the correct lyrics today because we're going to be talking about musicals.
Woo!
But not just musicals in general, because I think that would drive Nick crazy. I'm
already crazy.
If I just sat here and told you what the plot of Wicked and Hamilton and and Newsies and the Great Comet of 1869.
You don't need to tell me that when I was there for that.
Oh yeah, you were.
That was me. I was flying back from going on holiday to Venus.
Oh God. Okay. So
do you know what I was singing when I was going in?
What? I came in like a wrecking ball. Were wrecking balls invented in? Were wrecking balls invented in 1869?
Probably.
Okay.
They were called cannonballs.
Oh. All right.
There you go.
I came in like a cannonball. Amazing. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about Broadway controversies because the biggest scandals in Broadway, basically.
Yeah.
Simply because they're some of the most interesting things ever. Because you wouldn't think that an art such as musical theater would have so much not just drama, because obviously drama.
I was going to say it's literally called drama class.
Yeah, not just drama, but deception. Well, I guess it makes sense too.
It's acting.
That metaphor really fell apart towards the end there. But you wouldn't think that musical theater where people have where people do ballet and pirouettes and on point stuff.
I don't know, on point.
That's very true. And I showed Nick this video of ballet ballerinas destroying their shoes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I need to tell you more about that because I said this whole thing is going to start out with me telling you what I've found out in recent times about ballerinas. There was a ballerina that I watched, right, who famously destroys her shoes on TikTok for ASMR content because when you destroy the shoes, it makes crunchy noises, right? Especially when you bend the heel so far and cut off the shank of it, right? So in one of her performances, right, since her ballet shoes were not tied tight enough, or they couldn't tie tight enough, she literally sewed her tights onto the ballet shoes. And she sewed her tights onto the little tutu that comes with her dress.
Okay, I'm glad that didn't go where I thought it was going, because that's why I had that look on my face, because I thought you were going to end with she'd sewed it to herself. And I was going to be like, that there's suffering for your art, but this is a little bit too far.
Yeah. So apparently, it's a pretty common practice if you like your shoes are not tied tight enough, right? And this ballerina already not only destroys her shoes but also like uses some kind of yarn to stitch around the box of her heel so that her shoe can stand up better when she's on point.
Jesus.
Yeah. So her entire preparation probably takes somewhere around maybe 30, 45 minutes.
But I've just got a question.
Yeah.
Why just not get some shoes that f***ing fit?
Because they're made standard, right? There's a standard. And so once they're made standard, you have to adjust it to your needs.
But see, this is going to go off on a tangent here.
Mhm.
I hate it when things are, we only make it standard. Adapt. This isn't the 1800s anymore. Adapt. You could get an AI to make you a shoe, and I'm all against AI. But you could ask ChatGPT to create you a shoe that actually fits, so you don't have to destroy something that you've spent hundreds of dollars on. Because I bet they're not cheap.
They're not cheap.
And you have to destroy them.
Yeah, they're between $68 to $120 a pair.
Oh, I thought you meant 6,800.
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, Jesus Christ.
No, $68 to $120 per pair. That's
about how much my Adidas Sambas cost. Yeah. And you don't see me kicking them about because I got them in a size that f***ing fits.
Well, here's the thing. So they're made, ballet shoes are made in Freed of London, right? So they're made in your neck of the woods.
That's those Londoners, and you can't blame me for that.
Your neck of the woods. But
I'm from Manchester. You can't blame me for what the Londoners do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's made in Freed of London. That's where it's been made for like the last 100+ years or so, right? And so the New York City Ballet Company spends about $1 million a year on these shoes alone. They buy about 7,000 to 10,000 pairs of shoes a year, right? Because that's how fast ballerinas go through them. And once the shoes are destroyed, after just one day of practices, they have to throw them out because they're already worn.
That is such an inefficient way of doing things.
Yeah, I know.
Because I get it. You've got different sizes of people. But it's like we're watching, follow through from our last episode.
Yeah.
We're still watching America versus Korea.
Yes,
and
indeed.
America is still losing 2-0. But each of the players, so there's 22 players on the pitch. Each of them has their own pair of shoes.
Yeah.
They didn't all come as a block of shoes and they had to put their own studs on and lace them and bash them to pieces so that they could play on a bloody pitch. Like, that's what pisses me off because this is pretty much the same thing. It's a pair of sodding shoes.
Yeah.
I know that ballet shoes are different, but football shoes serve a purpose as well because you can't have them made out of paper or else you'll get tackled. Studs will go through your feet. So, like, just don't mass order.
Here's something that's gonna piss you off even more.
Oh, no.
That, these ballet shoes, and this is one of the things that's very hardcore about ballerinas as well, is that these shoes have nails in them too, and they're like paper thin. And so the ballerinas take them out. They destroy the shank, they cut it off, and they take out the part where there's a nail on it.
Of course they do. There's a bloody nail in it.
Do you not like getting tetanus?
Only on Tuesdays.
Okay.
What was that? Oh, sorry, that shot. Jesus Christ, what was that?
Was that by USA?
Yeah, it was by Tim Weir.
Oh boy.
Calling you out, Timothy.
Oh, and Way is like just like slamming, well, not his slamming his fist on the ground, but it's the equivalent of that. He's just like laying there.
See, he just heard Gerard talking about these ballet shoes, and he's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Made him miss his shot.
See, those shoes look, I mean, they're thick rubber. You can't have thick rubber when you go on point.
But even still, you make them out of paper so that everyone has to craft them into their own bloody shoes.
No, they're not entirely made of paper.
I know, I'm being flippant.
Yeah.
But like, we're going to hammer and nail some paper together so that you've got 17 nails that could potentially give you tetanus. It's nail roulette. But it's okay because you're not actually going to wear the shoes, are you?
Yeah. No.
No, you're not going to wear them. You're going to tear them apart, wear them once, and then shall we spend another $70 on another pair? Oh, absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah, and then they're worn after one day, and then you have to stitch them to your clothes just so.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the life of a ballerina is not glamorous.
Do you know, if we made Nick and Gerard's ballet shoe company and
Oh,
we
God.
got some ballet shoes and we competed against Freeds of London, bet you any money if we started making custom ballet shoes, we would be multi-trillionaires. Because for the amount of money that they're spending on these sodding shoes, all someone has to do is come in and
Literally.
make them better.
And you know what the worst thing is? There was a Business Insider interview where they went into Freed of London, and they said that there are new synthetic materials that would alleviate the pain of like having to destroy ballet shoes. Because if you wear ballet shoes that are untouched, right, sometimes it could cause pain. And they openly admitted that there are synthetic materials available to us today that weren't available years ago, right, that would alleviate that pain without having to destroy the shoe.
But do you know what would be damaged if they did that?
Their reputation.
Their profit margin.
Oh.
Not their
yeah.
reputation.
Okay.
Their profit margin.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
that is what happens when you have a purely capitalistic society
Yeah.
that doesn't look
Yeah.
after its people. You have ballet dancers that literally have one of their most important things, the shoes, that are not fit to
Literally,
purpose.
you can't be a ballerina without a shoe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, should we get the roller skate, the skaters,
Yeah.
the ice skaters? Let's have them all come in one size,
Yeah.
but it doesn't come with the blade.
Yeah. It
That's
doesn't come with
extra.
a- you need to cut the heel open with a blade, and then you have to.
Absolutely. And then you find the blade. And then what you do is you pull out that blade and you get the grinder out and you have to get it so that it's your size. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It is purely a profit margin thing, I guarantee you. And because
Yeah.
it's a monopoly,
Yeah.
it's not going to change until it is at least a duopoly.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine? Like, they spend $1 million a year just on the shoes alone.
Yeah.
Just on the shoes alone.
That's ridiculous.
And can you imagine how much they, 1, spend on costumes, 2, spend on paying the ballerinas, and 3, spend on like these productions in general, like the
Absolutely.
theater and the sets and everything. I mean, every Christmas season, they play the Nutcracker on Broadway.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
And that's so that they can show everyone how much they've had their nuts cracked over the price of these sodding shoes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Jesus.
So, so that was a great opener, wasn't it, Nick?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to be...
Can't tell that this episode is going to piss me off if that's how we're starting.
Well, no, these are actual scandals, though.
I think that's a scandal. That's scandalous.
It is scandalous, but it's not an actual scandal because everyone knows about it.
It's still a scandal.
Okay.
Everyone knew about the Holocaust. It was still a scandal.
I don't think the Holocaust was a scandal. It was a genocide, man.
A scandal is still one of the worst things.
Oh. Scandal is putting the Holocaust lightly, I think.
That's true. But
Yeah.
Freeds is committing Holocaust on these poor ballerinas' feet.
They're not killing their feet. In fact, they're improving it
How are they improving it?
by destroying the shoes.
Oh, that's not Freeds. The ballerinas are having to do that because of the pain that they're putting them through.
Oh my god.
Yes, I just equated the New York Ballerina Society as to the Jews in the
It's funny
Holocaust.
too because there's people who say because there was a clip during that Business Insider interview of this one ballerina who is in full costume, tutu, tights, everything, makeup, her hair is like pinned up, and she's wearing like this gorgeous corset, right? And she was just like trying to make the shoes quieter, and so she's banging them on a brick wall, like very very like aggressively too. Oh, that was
Basically
funny.
treating it like the mafia with an informant's face.
Yeah. So imagine a ballerina like that in full face of makeup, right? They look like they're delicate as a flower. Their moves and stuff like that make them look like they're defying gravity. And they're just like going hardcore on their
Like that
shoes.
guy with the drum.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. All right. So going into these, and this is the reason I brought up my new phone is because this is the first time I'm looking at my new phone for, bigger screen, y'all. But also the one critique I have of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is that when you use the full screen, it drains the battery a lot faster. And because it's so thin, that also compromises the battery a little bit.
Everyone complains about the iPhone battery.
I did not complain about the iPhone battery.
No, people do.
Because literally I can use my iPhone for an entire day without charging it, and it would be awesome.
I can't at the minute because my phone's 3 years old and it's got that to that point of the malicious compliance. Not malicious compliance. What is it?
Well, it is malicious compliance.
Oh, it's what's the other word I'm looking for? Obsolescence.
Obsolete. Yeah, obsolescence.
No, planned. Is it planned obsolescence?
Um,
It's like where it's on purpose.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's planned obsolescence, isn't it? Yeah,
I feel like it is.
where they make it so that the phone will only last 2 years, so that you have to replace it.
Yeah,
Like the ballerinas.
like the ballerinas. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
So, we're going to start off with a very famous music, and if you know Broadway, you know Rebecca the musical.
Rebecca.
Rebecca. It is a 1938 novel. Based.
Is it about a woman called Rebecca by chance?
No, it's actually about a woman called Greg.
Fair.
Yeah.
And do they meet up with a boy named Sue?
Yes. Yeah. It's actually the Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Oh, fair.
But yeah, so Rebecca the musical was adapted from the novel, 1938 novel by Daphne du Maurier. Right. It's a gothic romance, you see. Right.
Fair. Why did you go? It's a gothic romance, you see.
You see.
Just because it's from the 30s doesn't mean you have to speak like you're in the 30s.
It's a gothic romance, you see.
I'm surprised you didn't go all noir.
Yeah.
There was this girl, you see.
Yeah.
It was a dark, rainy night in New York City.
Her eyes followed the gentle, whatever the frick. I don't know.
She came here, she could have come from anywhere.
Yeah. You can tell
When
her
she walked
eyes.
through that door, I knew she was trouble.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Exactly, and that's the millennial version of that.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So, not going to go too far into the story of Rebecca the musical, but basically it's a story about a scandal as well, which parallels this story.
Scandalception.
Mm-hmm. So, and it ends with one of the pictures here shows one of the trailers where the staircase inside the mansion is set on fire. That's one of the biggest pyrotechnics of the entire
Is
musical.
it a stairway to heaven?
Yes, because you're on fire and you die there. Anyway.
Wouldn't that be going to hell?
Not if you're...
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway.
Dun, dun, no, that's Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that's Phantom of the Opera. Anyway, so on September 6, 2008, producer Ben Sprecher was put on to produce Rebecca the musical, right?
Okay.
And it was announced that it would be going on Broadway April 22nd, 2012 at the Broadhurst Theater.
Okay.
Right? So this whole cast has been assigned and everything like that.
Been planned for 4 years.
Yes, it's been planned for 4 years. And everything was going great, right? Everyone was on board. They were tweeting like crazy. And they were saying like, oh my God, I'm so excited for Rebecca the musical. Now, keep in mind that most of these actors have, other jobs and they gave them up to be in Rebecca because it's supposedly going to be one of the biggest musicals of our time.
Oh, no, this isn't going to be like the Fire Festival of the Broadway, is it?
Ooh, that's not far off. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
not
no.
Far off, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, basically, in order to produce a Broadway show, right? Once you've got all the details sorted out, you have an accountant, count up like how much it'll cost, and that's what you give to investors, right? How much is it going to cost? And their last $4 million was going to come from an investor named Paul Abrams.
Okay.
Not J.J.
J.J.
Abrams.
Abrams?
Yeah, no. Yeah, so Paul Abrams was this mysterious investor whom Ben Sprecher had never met. But supposedly, he was going to provide the last $4 million in order to fully capitalize the musical, right? Everyone is going berserk, right? In fact, right, they had made $1 million in ticket sales.
$1 million.
$1 million just before the musical opened, right? So there's one of the actors, he says, sat in Starbucks NYC reading through my Rebecca script, very excited for rehearsals to start. This was in 2011, December 2011, right? And then the big thing happens.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Or like the first major thing happens, foreshadowing the big thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. January 24th, 2012, the producers say, oh, by the way, this is from Playbill.com, which is the official Broadway magazine. So,
Shout out Playbill.
yes. So January 24th, 2012, producers, including Ben Sprecher himself, go public saying they hit a financial snag, right? So 2 weeks prior to the start of rehearsals, lead producer Ben Sprecher, citing a very negative economic climate, announces that capitalization is still incomplete and postpones the April 2012 Broadway opening. And now they will aim to open during the 2012-2013 season. So, according to the tweet, our Broadway debut has been postponed until next season. Thanks for your continued love and support. We'll see you next season.
So the thing that gets me about that
Yeah.
is due to the tumultuous economic climate. You mean the one that started in 2008?
Yeah.
When you first put this together?
Uh-huh.
That economic climate.
Yeah.
Like-
Because obviously, who would want to reveal that they're having financial issues, in trying to get this musical off the ground?
True. Mm.
Right? They wouldn't ever admit that to anyone.
No, not
right?
at all.
So, March 14th, 2012, Sprecher posts on the official Facebook page for Rebecca, stating that the final missing piece of investment is in place, right? A fall 2012 Broadway arrival is anticipated, right? So he secured the funds.
Dun, dun, dun. He found
Right.
Paul Abrams.
Yes, he found Paul Abrams, right? So previews of Rebecca the Musical start October 30th. Tickets for the first 6 weeks of performances go on sale May 26th. And after May 26th, that's when they made some $1 million of ticket sales, right?
Fair.
So the first thing I think, so the next tweet says, the first thing I think about when I hear the Rebecca musical coming to Broadway in fall 2012 is blank. Like they're trying to
G up.
yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. May 3rd, 2012. Some major caveats with the casting.
Oh.
Yeah. So, since the musical got postponed, these the two lead actors kind of were skeptical, right?
They saw the writing on the wall.
Yes,
To
they
quote Sam
did.
Smith. Mm.
Yes, indeed. And the writing's on the wall. Yeah. So they were official almost with October 2012, fall 2012 to premiere. But because of that postponement, two of the lead actors kind of dropped out.
Ooh.
So
One of them wasn't the one from the coffee shop, was it? Mm.
yes, it was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Jill Pace and Ryan Silverman are announced to replace Sierra Bogues and Tam Mutu in the delayed fall arrival of Rebecca. Right, so two of the actors were replaced last minute too. Right, and they were trying to drum up some publicity. As you know, sometimes Broadway musicals sing in like Central Park. Right,
Fair.
they have performers sing there. Jill and Ryan Silverman belting "Help Me Through the Night," which is one of the songs in Rebecca. Right,
Kind of ironic given the situation.
yes, this was tweeted on August 9th.
Okay.
Right? So then the first of several bombshells rocks Rebecca. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
So producers again delay rehearsals by 2 weeks, this time for the musical's fall Broadway bow, citing the death of a key investor responsible for that $4.5 million investment pool from the production.
Was it Paul Abrams?
It was Paul Abrams.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, like literally, like before rehearsals, just before rehearsals, $4.5 million were lost because this phantom investor, who Ben Sprecher had never met, has died.
He literally
Yeah.
became a phantom.
Yes, literally, of the opera.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Dun,
Literally.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Yeah, several dun-dun-duns. Right. So, producers promised cast will be paid during rehearsal day, yada yada. So they set a new rehearsal day, right? And then there's a light of the end of the tunnel, question mark? Cast informed rehearsals will begin October 1st, and the marquee goes up at Broadhurst. So all the advertisement stuff are now at the Broadhurst Theater,
Nice.
right? So they're like, okay,
There is
we're
hope.
getting somewhere,
Yeah.
right? A new hope, if you will.
Exactly.
Yes. So sets and costumes are created. A private email obtained by Playbill shows correspondence between the show's production manager and the company, informing them that rehearsals will begin October 1st, right? So, September 30th, 2012, the plot thickens. Because this is the day before rehearsals, right? Something big happens, right?
There's been a murder.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Paul Abrams was not murdered.
He was a murderer.
Nope. No. So Another capitalization setback is announced. This time, the producers blame the show's collapse on a malicious email filled with lies and innuendo that scared off a new angel investor. Right. So the New York Times stated, because they did a little investigation on why Rebecca the Musical has been, in trouble, and as it turns out, Paul Abrams never existed.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I would never have seen that coming.
No.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as you told me that he'd never met him, I was like, this guy doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. So Ben Sprecher is also a little bit to blame, don't you think? Because
100%.
he took the money from an investor he'd never met.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'd
And
want to at least meet him for a coffee.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to vouch that if he didn't vouch he had the 4 million, he's still at fault, but at least he verified it's a real person.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even verify he was real.
Yeah. So he didn't verify that he was real. And so there's a series of malicious emails that was sent between Paul Abrams and like somebody else. Because this is about, like, they were like saying like this is about to burst open, right? Like this is about to, fall, this whole musical is about to come crashing down.
But Paul Abrams doesn't exist.
But it's the anonymous email account, whoever owns it,
okay.
right? So those emails were exchanged, right? And this supposed angel investor, who was gonna give them the $4.5 million that they still needed after Paul Abrams' death, quote unquote,
was Ryan Abrams.
No, no. It was actually oh my god, what is J.J. Abrams' daughter's name?
I don't know. I was going to say Gabriel Abrams because that's Angel Gabriel.
No. So this angel investor who decided to remain unnamed, right? Of course, right? Was read these emails that were exposed by the New York Times, and he was like, "No, I'm pulling out.
I'm out. Yeah,
I'm out." Yeah. After that, on the day of rehearsals, October 1st, 2012?
Yep.
2011. No, 2011. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. Rehearsals.
Well, if it was 2012, they've only got 2 months until the end of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So even more
Very
danger,
much so.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So the day of rehearsals, right? Everyone, let me set the scene for you. This was set at the New 33 Studios in New York, which is like the premier rehearsal spot for the major Broadway musicals.
Fair.
A lot of musicals have been rehearsed there, right? Like Hamilton, for example, I think was rehearsed there. Everything, right? So they were starting to begin rehearsal, right? Everybody's excited.
Yep.
Right. Everybody knows their lines.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's like that Michael Scott saying, "Oh my God, it's happening."
Nobody panic. It's happening.
Ben Sprecher comes into the room. Right, along with his entourage of producers, stage managers, and other people.
And then Paul Abrams arrives. He was real all along.
Dun dun dun.
And it was Ben Sprecher's long lost brother, who we thought died 30
His name
years
is actually
previously.
Ben Abrams.
Exactly. Oh my God.
The rabbit hole goes deep, dude. Anyway, so Ben Sprecher arrives with his entourage and he says rehearsals are postponed indefinitely. Right? Indefinitely. And then, of course, people start to panic. They've uprooted their entire lives. They've committed to contracts for a whole year. Yep. And so they've had to cancel a year's worth of shows, a year's worth of auditions, everything. They've committed to this.
Well, and especially because the way that it sounds like the season works, they can't get work until the following season at the earliest.
Yeah. Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for a full year, they could be unemployed. They have families to feed. They have their entire livelihoods rely on this being a successful musical. And Ben Sprecher was just there saying, sorry, we couldn't get like everything that happened so far, it's postponed. So he tweets out, or the musical company tweets out on October 1st, 2012. It was 2012. Due to the unfortunate withdrawal of a crucial investor, Rebecca has been postponed indefinitely. Learn more, RebeccaTheMusical.com. And then, so they basically lost $12 million in producing this musical, and the FBI gets involved. Yeah. And that's basically right where the story ends. We're still investigating Rebecca. There was some hope in 2013 that it might come back, but so far that we've lost all hope that Rebecca the Musical will ever come to fruition. And the FBI is still investigating what the hell happened with Paul Abrams, why Ben Sprecher, who never met Paul Abrams, still went through with the investment and everything, right?
But then they found Paul Abrams in Colombia.
Oh my God.
And it turns out he was a drug dealer for the Cosa Nostra. And he was running the Cosa Nostra, and this was a money laundering exercise.
FBI, can you hire this guy? He knows everything, I think. Oh God, we're about to watch the kickoff. Hold on.
Come on, America's got a free kick.
Come
Can
on.
they get one back?
Come on.
This will be the real scandal if they don't score this.
If he just picks it up.
Oh my God. Pulisic, that was miles away.
Jesus.
The real Captain America could have done better than that.
Yeah.
He was bloody in an iceberg for 70 years.
My goodness.
Jesus.
This goalkeeper is like, I didn't even try.
Right?
No.
Why am I even here?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He doesn't even need to try. Anyway. Yeah, so back to Rebecca the Musical.
Yep.
Right. That's basically right where the story ends. We don't know the limbo land of where Rebecca the Musical stands as of right now. And the FBI is still investigating into Ben Sprecher, Paul Abrams, and everything.
Or at least that was the end. Until today. Paul Abrams, reveal yourself.
We actually have Paul Abrams on the show today.
Come on down.
Come on down. Da-da-da-da.
There's our applause. There it is. Yeah, that's right. Give it up for Paul Abrams, everybody. Woo!
So, Paul, why did you pull out at the last minute?
Well, with all the controversy, I just couldn't put myself in that position to be.
Fair enough, Mr. Paul Abrams. But on a serious note, this was a tragedy to many,
100%.
people.
Bless him. This is
Yeah.
that's the equation to Fire Festival earlier.
Mhm.
It's terrible, but it didn't stop the memes from flowing.
No, it didn't. It didn't. Yeah. So, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think
the
the one
whole
ultimately to
controversy.
blame is bloody Ben Sprecher.
Yeah.
I take people at their word,
Mhm.
but if I'm expecting a $4 million payment, I'd at least meet the person first.
That's true.
Like-
yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that Ben Sprecher is this new like up and coming Broadway producer who had never produced a musical as big as
he was
Rebecca.
so trusting.
Yeah, he was so trusting, right?
Oh, you naive
He's-
bugger.
What was the naive idiom that we had in the last
I can't
episode?
remember. Oh, it was the tying a
tying a dog with
sausages.
sausage, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
tying a dog with a bloody shed load of sausages.
Yeah,
The entire bloody Nathan's hot dog eating contest worth
Yeah.
of sausages.
he was tying that dog up with kibble.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With kibble infused with sausages.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is like the like I said, this is the most well known controversy. If you bring up Rebecca the Musical to people in Broadway, the hair at the back of their
the
neck,
neck of their back.
the hairs at the back of their neck stand up
Yeah.
because you
Oh my
know
god, it's Zendaya.
What?
Sorry, one of the American players is called Zendaya, but I read it as Zendaya.
somebody called Tom Holland.
His wife's playing for the American national team. Look,
Zendaya.
Alex Zendayas.
Zendaya. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Zendaya. Well, considering what in some languages J is ya.
Yeah,
Zendayas.
exactly.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Zendayas. Yeah, that Zendayas is most definitely serving cunt. Anyway.
Well, another part of the episode that you'll never hear.
Well, we were discussing this before it was recorded.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So another reference to a conversation that, was done before the record button was hit.
Still don't believe that that's a real thing. It's
Yeah.
silly.
Serving cunt. So Nick didn't believe that serving cunt was a real,
Silly.
yeah, and that it's a positive thing.
Kids these days, in your slang.
Kids, get off my lawn,
You damn kids.
stupid kids.
It's more like, get off my GameCube, you stupid kids.
Yeah, that's the millennial version. Get off my GameCube.
This is my controller, you bastards.
Oh my god. So, are you ready for the next one?
On to the next
big
one.
Yeah. The next one is Spider-Man. Turn off the dog.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Yeah. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man was going to be brought on Broadway.
On Broadway.
Yeah. This was, I don't know what year this is. Hold on. Give me like 1,000 seconds.
While you're searching for that, have you ever seen the Simpsons film?
No, I have not.
So there's a bit in that where Homer dresses up a pig as in the Spider-Man costume, and he starts singing "Spider Pig,
Oh,
Spider
God.
Pig." Does whatever a spider does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't because he's a pig. Look out, it's Spider Pig.
The Spider Pig. Oh my God. That is awesome. That is awesome. Anyway, in the next Spider-Verse movie, which will come out in like 60 billion years,
Yep.
they need to reference Spider-Ham needs to reference that.
Well, at least that gives me time to catch up because controversially, I still haven't seen either of the Spider-Verse films.
Yeah, don't worry. You have like a trillion years to
Exactly.
catch up to
Exactly.
it. Yeah, it's never going to be released. Anyway,
fine.
so Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark. It was an ambitious musical, right? You could have, it was one of the IPs that were brought to Broadway, just like Back to the Future, the musical, or The Great Gatsby, or
Yep.
hell, even SpongeBob, the musical, which
Yep.
I already told you about.
It's the best day
Ever.
ever.
Best day. Yeah. So it was time for, I guess they decided it was time for Spider-Man to come to
Fair.
Broadway, right?
To swing into Broadway.
The swing into Broadway. That's actually like one of the most used headlines.
Good. I'm glad I'm on the
Yeah.
same wavelength.
As like the New York Times and everything. So yeah, so Spider-Man was going to swing into Broadway in November 2010.
Okay.
Right. That was when the first preview is due to start.
Okay.
Right? So Tina Landau, I think is her name. I'm not sure if she was a producer. It was somebody.
Did she have a mysterious investor called Paul Abrams?
No. So one of the producers, let me take a
It's not Ben Sprecher again, is it?
no, it's not. Oh, so director Julie Taymor. Tina Landau was the director of SpongeBob.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. So Julie Taymor, right? She's after like, and it's funny because when this first came about, one of the producers who worked on Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, was actually the one set to produce and direct this whole musical.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Cool.
And like literally as they were having the meeting, he died. There's a lot of death in this.
Jesus.
Right. He literally dropped dead.
It was Paul Abrams. He sniped him through the
it
window.
was Paul Abrams.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He dropped dead. And so a new producer was brought. I forgot his name, but he hired Julie Taymor to direct.
Okay.
Right. And this guy is also new. He's also naive
Oh, no.
on Broadway. Right. And it's
He's
not-
going to eat the poisonous sandwich, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah. So he brought on Julie Taymor, and Julie Taymor immediately. There's a $20 million budget. What is this guy hurt? Hold on,
He's dead.
he's dead.
The sniper's out.
Okay.
It's Paul Abrams again.
It's
He's got a
Paul
sniper rifle out.
Oh my god, is Paul Abrams
damn it,
gonna
Paul.
be a running joke now?
Absolutely.
Oh
He's
my
responsible for everything.
God. Anyway, so Julie Taymor immediately, very quickly became like super ambitious. She quickly went over their $20 million budget. Right. And so, of course, they're having trouble securing the funds. But this time, investors were actually investing, right?
Because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
Spider-Man, duh. Right. And so, they keep running through financial hurdles because of the elaborate acrobatics that need to be done for Spider-Man. Stage sets were tilting, and like everyone was like on freaking ropes and everything. There's like 3-4 different villains in this one. So there's obviously there's the Green Goblin, there's Arachne, there's for some reason Dr. Octopus as well.
Fair.
Right. And there's another one. I
The
forgot.
power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
Yeah. That's apparently what Julie Taymor thought she was getting, is the power of the sun in the palm of her
Fair.
hands. Right.
And just like Dr. Octopus, it didn't work out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, Julie Taymor, take a wild guess on who she hired to write the music for Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark. I bet you'll never guess it.
Oh, God, I've forgotten every composer in the world.
Yeah.
Giacchino, the one that did the Avengers theme.
Nope.
John Williams.
Nope.
50 Cent.
Actually, more ridiculous than that.
Diplo.
No.
Avicii.
Nope.
Britney Spears.
No. You want me to give it to you?
Oh, I think I do know.
Mm.
Because their first album was supposed to be a soundtrack for a Spider-Man project.
Okay.
Was it Imagine Dragons?
No,
Damn it.
it was not.
So yeah, if you listen to Radioactive,
Yeah.
the lyrics are about Spider-Man.
Yes, I know that. But yeah, no, this happened in
Thought I got you
2010.
there.
I think Imagine Dragons got
Oh,
famous.
it was Kanan.
Oh my god. Anyway,
2010 World Cup.
no. So, wait, hold on. I just got a notification. Whatever. Okay.
There is Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Anyway, so it is U2's Bono and the Edge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have taken me about 6 months to get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So imagine a musical written by Bono and the Edge, and about Spider-Man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what you should do since
What?
you love AI? I would say I would do it, but I hate AI.
Mhm.
You should ask ChatGPT to write you a Spider-Man song in the theme of U2 and Bono and see what it comes up with.
No.
Go on.
There's already one that's written, or there's already an entire musical that's written. It was just never released because they were too embarrassed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we want to hear it.
No, we don't.
Yes, I do.
You do?
Absolutely.
Why?
Imagine a song written by U2 that's about Spider-Man.
No.
Imagine if you had Elevation or Beautiful Day or One,
Oh no.
but it's about Spider-Man.
No.
It's a beautiful day, Spider-Man.
It's a Spider-Man day.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, so basically the previews all went wrong, right? There was apparently a story of a woman who during one of the previews stood up and walked out of the theater after saying, "I feel like I'm a guinea pig," right?
Mhm.
Because apparently in one of the first few previews, right? Some of the acrobatics were wrong. They were 30 minutes late starting.
Ooh.
And for some reason, the 15-minute intermission lasted 45 minutes, right? So they were already way over time, right? Everyone's uncomfortable, right? Because apparently one of the acrobatics that swings over the actor, swings Arachne over the audience, right? Malfunctioned, leaving her dangling there like a freaking piñata. And in another preview, it dangled Spider-Man, the person playing Spider-Man, over the audience the same exact way. And guess what? Guess what they had to do to bring him down? They grabbed a long stick for him to hold on to, pointed it at him, and said, "Grab onto here," and tried pulling him down.
That's even more outlandish than my idea. My idea was to hire the actual Spider-Man to come in and say,
Will the real Spider-Man please stand up?
up?
Yeah, and this was happening in Broadway, right? But the thing is, Broadway
God.
is in Manhattan, right? And
See, if it had been in Queens, they would have been fine.
yeah, Spider-Man lived in Queens.
Or is he from Brooklyn? No, it's Captain America.
Captain America's
isn't it?
from
Yeah.
Brooklyn, yeah. So so if I don't think there's a lot of theater in Queens, yeah, but it's a very
no.
far away.
There's a lot of drag in Queens.
Did you get it all out of your system yet? Did you get it all out of your system yet? Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So
That's crazy. You know what they should have done is got Cirque du Soleil, because this is very car
Yeah.
relative. I mean, obviously not the car from a couple of years ago where that's cool,
Yeah.
but not the car from a couple of years ago where that guy died.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Yeah.
know, the car when they sorted the act together.
Yeah. So
That was a cool poster though.
so the producer's name is actually Glenn Berger.
Ah,
Yeah. So
one hamburger.
yeah.
You'll never.
Can I
seen
have
the Pink Panther.
cheeseburger?
You've never seen the Pink Panther film, have you?
No.
There's a bit where he's coming to America
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to teach him how to speak English.
Mm-hmm.
And I want a hamburger. I want a hamburger.
I want a burger. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So basically, so the way Berger described it, he says one of the crew members fetched a stick to prod him with, but that didn't help. It was like a live Spider-Man piñata. So by the way, this is from BBC. This their detail of the Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark musical for its 10th anniversary of its disaster.
Ah.
So speaking to BBC Culture from his home in upstate New York, he remembers how strange it felt to be unveiling something he and his collaborators had been devising together for years. We were opening the door, he says, either to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory or some sort of slaughterhouse.
Or to the Willy Wonka Festival in Scotland that was basically the British version of Fire Festival.
Pretty much, yeah. So basically, the malfunctions and the delays and the fact that the audience didn't like it was bad enough, and the fact that the price was ranking up so fast, right, that they couldn't, they keep not being able to secure the funds, and so it gets postponed. And previews start, and audience doesn't like it, they adjust, and they bring in new directors and everything, right? So the budget that just keeps having to grow, right? And then the accident, which pretty much sealed the fate of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, right? Now, there had been a lot of accidents, but this one was the biggest one.
Because
Right.
instead of left hanging above the audience, they fell into the audience.
No, almost though. Yeah. So, Spider-Man Broadway musical experienced a serious accident in December 2010. So, a performer named Chris Tierney, he was playing Spider-Man. In the opening sequence, he was supposed to save Mary Jane from falling off the Brooklyn Bridge by jumping off of it and then catching her
Yep.
with his web, right? Now, this is in the opening sequence. And basically he was supposed to get snagged by a rope as he is jumping off of the bridge and catching Mary Jane. That was not properly clasped. And apparently, according to Chris Tierney, he could feel it. He could feel it, but the show must go on, right? And so he committed, and when he jumped, he wasn't caught by the rope, and he fell approximately 30 feet into the orchestra pit during one of the previews. So the cable was not properly secured, and the fall resulted in severe injuries, including a fractured skull, 4 broken ribs, 3 cracked vertebrae, a punctured lung, and internal bleeding. But that's not even it.
Oh,
This
God.
is what just this was just the biggest one. There were 4 injuries prior.
In that same show.
Yes, in that same show.
Jesus Christ.
And
And
they
that was
had-
in the opening scene.
Yeah. No, not in the same show. In the same like expansive time. Right.
Oh, I thought you meant, I was going to say, if
Yeah.
there's already been 4 injuries.
Well, there was
Jesus.
once, I think there was once where they had 2 injuries in the same show.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. So after that, obviously the stage goes dark and everyone's evacuated. But here's the kicker. Chris Tierney believes in this so much that after he recovered, he came back to do the show.
Christopher.
Yeah. Yeah. He just believed in
Oh
it
my
that
God.
much, right? He loved playing Spider-Man so much that he came back. And, right, not only that, like, not only is it composed of such complicated, like, aerial stunt scenes, they had to, like, literally remodel the Broadhurst Theater. That's one of the reasons why the budget fell, like, skyrocketed. Because, they won 0-2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just ladies and gentlemen, America lost.
Yeah, America lost. Yeah, we're still watching the same game from last
Yep.
week. Yeah. Yeah. So,
It's been going on for so long.
Yeah. so Chris Tierney, yeah, so and it I don't even know. It never left the previews. Right. And like the Broadhurst Theater had like some they had to remove like some of the crowning, like the classic crowns on top of the theater, just so they could fit all the like acrobatics stuff, right? So they were literally removing the history of the theater, just so they could put in like these new swinging acrobatics that got people injured.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What a fustercluck.
What a fustercluck, indeed. So just since we've approached the 50th minute here, that's basically where Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark's story ended.
Do you know what I think happened for Chris Tierney?
Hmm.
He was ready to give it up. He was at home, relaxing. And then all of a sudden, knock on the door.
Yeah.
Paul Abrams appears and convinces him to give it one more go.
And then he goes, "Aren't you the guy from Rebecca the Musical that failed?" Oh.
That never happened. or is not yet to happen since this was 2 years prior.
Yeah.
This was the first appearance of Paul
Yeah.
Abrams.
Some other Broadway controversies that we can just run through like really quickly. Apparently, hold on, let me pull up the article. So so Hair is a musical that ran from 1969 to 1971. I think there's still some productions of Hair nowadays.
Is that a different one from Hairspray?
Yes, it's different.
Okay.
Yeah. So the groundbreaking musical Hair faced legal battles over its nudity because there's people who go full frontal naked at the end of Act 1.
There we go.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, basically the Supreme Court got involved and they ruled that the First Amendment protected the show's right to perform despite having nudity on it.
I
So
agree. It's just the human body.
yeah, pretty much.
And plus, it's one of those things where it's like,
It's artistic expression.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
now, if it was one of those things where it was like, hey, kids, come
Yeah.
and watch this show
Come
Hair,
and watch these naked people.
then fair, if the parents weren't warned. But like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. There's a controversy between Patti LuPone, and Patti LuPone is a very interesting and famous Broadway figure because she literally has stopped Broadway productions because people pulled out their cameras to record, right? And she stopped acting and she's just like, hey, you, put down
Fair.
that camera,
Fair.
right? I will not continue this performance until you do, right?
She
So-
was in Agatha all along, wasn't she? She
Patti
was one of the
LuPone?
witches in that.
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
You heathen.
So, after starring in West End Sunset Boulevard in 1993, Patti LuPone was promised the Broadway lead. However, in 1994, she was replaced by Glenn Close. LuPone was sued for breach of contract and won $1 million. And this was against Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Dun dun dun.
The Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's
The
right.
Catman himself.
Yes, indeed. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
So-
she was. Agatha all along. I thought she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's also the abrupt closure of Beetlejuice.
Did they say his name 3 times?
Yeah, they said his name 3 times and he appeared.
See,
So,
idiots.
yeah. So it was closed in 2020, not because of COVID, but because they need to make way for a new musical called, well, it's not a new musical, but it's a musical written by Hugh Jackman called The Music Man. And there was controversy because, like, why are we closing one of the most famous shows on Broadway for Hugh Jackman?
Well, not just that, because no disrespect to
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman, but open a show when there's an opening.
Yeah,
Why close another one?
I don't know.
That's like going to open a restaurant, walking into someone's restaurant and being like, all right, everybody out.
Yeah,
This
pretty
is my
much.
restaurant now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no, find your own. Where's my sensor? Find your own fucking restaurant. Like,
And speaking of Hugh Jackman, in January 2025, this year, did you see the news about him and Sutton Foster's alleged secret romance going public? So, after months of speculation, Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster confirmed their romantic relationship in January 2025. They developed a close bond during The Music Man.
Music Man.
Yes. Yeah, so literally, after Beetlejuice, The Music Man premiered, him and Sutton Foster met, and boom, they developed a secret romantic relationship.
Dun, dun, dun.
And yeah, so while he was married,
Yep.
yeah, so yeah. And I think this is a good one to end on. Hamilton was involved in-
Alexander Hamilton.
Yes, Alexander Hamilton was indeed involved in controversy. But
Is it because the lead singer couldn't sing?
no, it's because Paul Abrams couldn't sing.
Ah,
Yeah.
I knew it.
No, so basically, Hamilton had been running, and this was in 2020, and ultimately the controversy was like forgotten about, right?
Fair.
Hamilton had been running since 2015,
Yep.
and 5 years later, for some reason, people put up the hashtag cancel Hamilton because apparently it quote unquote glorifies slavery by portraying these founding fathers as black people, and like making caricatures out of them, and I'm like, you're making fun of founding fathers and somehow that's offensive to slavery.
Huh.
Yeah. So basically they're saying that, oh, did you know that George Washington also owned slaves and so did Alexander Hamilton, but he's the hero of this story? So what? Every book that talks about Alexander Hamilton, you need to look at it with that kind of freaking, lens?
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of my problem because I don't like Alexander Hamilton as a person.
Yeah.
So when I saw they made a thing about him, I was
Yeah.
like,
But
is
this
he
is
the bad guy? And they're like, no, he's the good guy.
No, he's the good guy.
And I was
Aaron
like-
Burr was the bad guy.
But that's the thing. In real life, I mean, both of them were bad guys.
Mhm.
But in real life, it was like Alexander Hamilton wasn't a good guy. And so I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But the whole point of like George Washington is black actor, therefore you are making fun of slave,
Yeah.
does not make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree that George Washington probably
Yeah.
shouldn't be played by a black actor,
Well, here's
but
the
at
thing.
the same time, it's like that's not the message that's coming across. You
Yeah.
fucking idiots.
So the story of Hamilton is basically Lynn's idea for it is to have the story of America then be told by America now. It's a melting pot of different
Which is fair.
ethnicities, right? And so he didn't want any, like Caucasian person to play any of the founding fathers because that's what you would expect. We know this story already, right?
And then he made the British the bad guys. It's the same story. It's like Star Wars all over again.
The British are the bad guys. Anyway.
In America's story.
Yeah. So
And India story. And China story. And Ireland story.
somehow your mother's story too. Like,
How dare you?
yeah. I should just counter this with by adding the Philippine.
Do you know what the Filipino national anthem is?
Yes, it's called Lupang Hinirang.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I was just testing you to make sure.
Did you know what that is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Of course I did.
What is it called again?
Well, you just said it. Why would I say it?
No, tell me.
That's right. You heard my Tagalog from the last episode. You
No,
don't want me
no,
to say it again.
No, tell me.
That's right. You've got this. Just know that I know.
And for any of you out there, just know that Nick is a professional at gaslighting.
I take offense to that, sir.
Yeah. So, what did you think about all this stuff we've talked about so far, Nicholas?
It's
About
scandalous.
the drama during drama.
It was Lupang Hinirang.
Nick, what is your question of the week?
What is your favorite scandal?
Ooh.
Doesn't
But-
have to be Broadway. It can be any scandal. But if it does have some sort of, celebrity or
Yeah.
film or something aspect.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the one from the Pina Colada song where they're both cheating on each other with each
If
other.
you like pina colada.
Like, seriously, that's such a ridiculous song.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys very much for listening to another episode of the JavaScript podcast. Korea won the game.
Woo! South Korea! Woo!
Yes.
Come on, America, sort yourselves out. Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Yeah. Do you think here's one last thought. Do you think the US is ever gonna make it to the World Cup in the next few years?
Well, here's the thing. I can answer that yes, because they automatically qualify as the hosts. I mean, here's the thing. America usually makes it to the World Cup.
Okay.
They just always... Where's my sense button?
Well, do you think they're gonna win the World
Fuck it
Cup?
up. No, because that's the thing. Until America decides that they don't want to keep categorizing football as a sissy sport and it's not as tough as real
Soccer.
sports. Yeah, soccer. It's not as tough as other sports where they have to wear oxygen masks because they tire
Yeah.
themselves out from running for 20 feet.
Yeah.
Then it's never going to happen.
All right.
And it's a shame. And you've put me on a tangent here, but I'm going to try and keep it succinct.
Mhm.
I have a theory. The reason why the American women's team is better
Mhm.
is because at the age of 12, they implemented this mandatory co-ed.
Mhm.
12-year-old boys don't want to play with 12-year-old girls. So all the
Uh-huh.
boys jump to American football, basketball, and baseball.
Mhm.
All the girls stay in proper football. That's why the American women's team is so much better,
Mm.
because there's so many more girls that keep it up.
Makes sense. But to be fair, I don't really care for the American soccer team.
You can't wait for the Philippines to qualify.
Yeah. And I can't wait for Crystal Palace to see their win in the Premier League. They are doing so well, you guys. They're doing so well. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening to another episode. Nick, play us out.
It's raining tacos